Spicy Sisters Holiday Edition. Today I will be making a Christmas card holder out of this board and my supplies, which we will go over later.
And I'm going to show you how to wrap and decorate these presents here. First I'll show you how to just basically wrap a present, and then I will get into how to make the bows and how to decorate them.
Okay, for my first supply I have the sprayable gloss enamel finish that will be going on after the paint is finished. Then I have acrylic paint all-purpose in red, green, and white. And then I have red and green glitter clothespins, scissors, and then a big roll of wired ribbon. And then I have Elmer's glue and twine, and then paintbrushes, which I purchased all at Hobby Lobby. I have this 3-panel wooden board, which is the base. Thank you, Jacob Kinza, for making this for me with no charge. Shout out to you. So first I'm going to be writing my words Merry Mail in pencil, so then I can go back over it with the paint so I make less mistakes that way. So now that I have the Merry Mail traced out in pencil, I'm going to go over it in the white paint, and I have my palette here. And I had to pull some black paint out of a cabinet. It's very old paint, but it'll work. I forgot I needed it. So I'm going to start tracing over the pencil with paint. Okay, so now that I've finished tracing over the letters, I'm going to start making the base of the light bulbs. And now I just need to make the actual bulb part, and you'll see that when it's done. Here is the finished paint look, and this is about 20 minutes of time, and probably steps 1 through 5. So, there you go. Okay, so now that we have the paint finished, I'm going to go ahead with the gloss finish to spray over the paint so I don't get the string or the clips or ribbon hard with this. You just want to go ahead and spray the whole thing, I guess. Or you'll run out. Should turn the fan on. So I have 2 strands of ribbon here that I measured along the top and the bottom, and I'm just going to put Elmer's glue in the middle to give it some security. And then I'm going to add hot glue on the ends to make sure. So the ribbon and yarn you can really do your own way and customize it to how you have it and what products you have. Then you're just going to do the same to the top piece. So what I did was hot glue the end of this twine to the back of the board, and then when I started wrapping it, I added the 2 clothespins so I'd know I could have enough room and space to clip it on. And then I'm just going to go around and wrapping it, and then continue to add the clothespins to lessen the space. Here is the finished look, and I added a bow that Haley made for me just to really bring the whole thing together. I'm pretty proud of it.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the actual wrapping. And anytime you wrap a present, you want to start with your present upside down. Like, put it face down on this. You want to make sure that you have enough. Since this box is more of a rectangle, we'll be wrapping it this way, and since it, like, you can't adjust that length, so that is okay, but we'll want to make sure that we have enough on the sides, and that looks like it's about good. So we'll take our scissors here and cut about an even line. You can glide with it or cut it. And this is reversible wrapping paper. So I actually want to use this side, so I'm going to flip it around. That's the good thing about this. So now that I have this, let's fill with my present upside down. I'm going to get my tape ready, and I'm going to start doing it this way. And since you can see that this is super long, some people cut it, but I like to fold it. I'm just going to fold back quite a bit back here, about like this much. Try to put it in the middle, fold out cleanly so it's a clean edge, put it back, and then put it about halfway, measure it, take some tape, and then tape it down. I like to use a lot of tape just because I'm extra, so I do 3 pieces. And this side, I want to flip it around, and you can see it's too long, so I'm going to fold it where I think it'll be just right. And you want to try to get it in the middle, and as you can see, that's pretty much the middle of the package. So that's where you want to try to wrap it so it just looks even when overall in the package. And this is a very important step. I am going to push back on this part so it's so tight on this wall back here, because that is how you get your tight and your crisp edges. So I'm going to push back on this and bringing this up, making sure it's all, and then pulling on all of it and making sure it's tight and clean on all of the sides. I'm going to tape it down then. And then I use 3 pieces of tape like I did on the other side. So now I'm doing the edges, and I know a lot of people struggle with this part. As you can see, our box is not nearly this long, so we're going to have to do a little bit of cutting. So what I like to do, I find the edge of the package, and the edge of the package is about here. I take my hand, and I go in, and then I go in which I think, I just kind of eyeball it, maybe like half of this, and I just go up and I cut it like that. And then I go in, and then I cut just all of this excess off. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now that I did on this side, I'm going to show you how to do the edges. And like I said before, this is pretty tricky to beginners. But what you want to do is get your tape ready. Just get it ready like that. And then for this, you're just going to want to fold this top part down. Just fold that down, make that nice and even there. Get your tape, and then just tape that down in place. So now that you have these weird like little things here that you're going to want to fold. So what you want to do is just take it and fold it, and then bring it into here. So you have that. So we created that, and now we want to do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm going to push it in, and then fold it down like that. And then that should stay in there nicely. And then we tape it. Fold that down and tape it. Alright, same thing on this side. Fold that in. Bring it in. And then, now we want to do is bring this bottom part up, and if that kind of folds out a little bit, you can just fold that back. And then make sure everything is tight. Come on. And then tape both sides. And there you have a clean package. Okay, so now for this present, this is the one that we're modeling. This is the one that we're going to be making. So for this bow, you're going to want to have any, like I said before, wired ribbon so that it stays up. And now I'm just going to show you how I did the bow part. So I have this like silver wired ribbon. I think it looks nice with the red and the white polka dots. And I'm gonna take it's really about as big of a bow that you want. Since it's more of a smaller package, I don't want that big of a bow. So I'm probably gonna cut it that much. So we have, like what I said, whatever amount of ribbon that you want. And now I make my bows a little weird, but it's really basically how you tie your shoes. But I do the bunny ears. So I'm going to take one bunny ear on this side, one bunny ear on this side, and you want to make sure that you have the pattern and the sparkly side facing out. I'm going to take them, and then you can crumble them up because it will fluff back out because it's wire. Bring this bunny ear through the hole and cross them. And now that probably looks like crap, you think, but you're gonna want to just do some pulling and tugging until, and then you want to pull on those. So now we're gonna fluff it out. And now that one's a little bigger. So I'm going to pull it down a little bit, and I think that's good. That's probably about the same size. And now these little twists down here, the tails, now they are not the same size. So I'm going to trim and fluff them out. I'm going to trim this one to be that size. This one has the tail. All you do to make that is you just fold it. I'm gonna fold it this way. Line the edges up. And snip it. And then this is the finished product. As we used for the other one with the wrapping. And then we're just going to do that, but to add a little touch, we're going to add this little fabric ribbon on the inside of the thick ribbon with snowflakes, and then put the bow on top. So I will go do that off camera, and I'll see you when I'm done. This is the finished product for this one. This is my sister's Christmas present, so Merry Christmas, Sam. And that's what they came out to be. Okay, so now when we're starting this one, we need to make this bow, and this bow is definitely probably the hardest thing out of wrapping all these things to do, but it definitely is possible. So what you want to do is you definitely need wired ribbon. I got this at Home Goods in Harrisburg. What you do to start off is you want to make sure you get a lot off your roll here, because you don't want to cut it off this until the very end. So what you want to do is you want to get your tail end for be about 12 inches, I'd say, around there. And then you want to make one loop. Make it like that. And then you want to pinch it. And then, like I said before, and making the other bow, you can like smash all this, but the good thing about the wire is that it'll come back up and it'll look nice and puffy in the end like that. So you want to pinch this, and then you want to twist it. And this is the center of our bow. And then so now start making the loops. Put more off. We're going to get one, and I usually like to make them around the same size. Get one, pinch it, and twist it. You always want to make sure that the outside, the sparkly side, is facing up because that's part of the bow. And then we're going to get another thing. Get that, and pinch that. It's definitely a lot of pinching and twisting. And then we just do the same thing until we get 6 loops. Okay. So now that we have this bow all smashed down here, you're going to want to take a zip tie. Make sure you have it facing in the right way. And then you're just going to want to zip tie. Okay, so now for this bow, all you want to do is take all of your little loops and you just want to flip them up. Okay, so now for this present, this is actually Jordan's present, so Merry Christmas, Jordan. Like this, we have our bow here that we made. That'll be going on the top. But we want to use this striped sparkly ribbon. You could use the same red ribbon if you wanted to, but I just like just the difference of something different. So how I like to do this, you can twist it, not cut it, but what I like to do is use hot glue. And I just like to put that right on the seam so that covers that. Put it up and over, and then cut it on the other side and then hot glue it in place. So I will be doing that off camera. And then this is the finished product of this style. Merry Christmas, Jordan.
Thanks for watching the Spicy Sisters Holiday Edition. Shout out to Emma for recording, and see you guys next marking period.